Right, let's have a quick look round the DIY greenhouse. This is double glazed. It does well insulated. It does hold the heat through winter. I did heat this a couple of years back, and that, didn't actually cost me too much to heat. That's polycarbonate roof, but like I say, double glazed. Pretty good. But yeah, this stuff I knocked up myself a few years back. But let's have a quick look and see what we're doing inside. Mainly we're going to focus on some palm trees, maybe the smaller rare ones which I'm growing on, and we'll have a couple of look at some other plants as well while we're in here. It is pretty warm in here, it's about 35 degrees even though the door's been open, so we do have the fan running 24/7 just to circulate the air as well. And we've got quite a lot of random stuff. I've got a lot of palm seeds in here which I haven't given up on yet, even though I bought over a year ago. I've got some Bismarck seeds here which, yeah, about a year and a half ago I got them, and this is the one that did germinate, which I managed to repot a little while back. And since the repot on this, started pushing out this nice wide leaf here, which is looking quite good. So I know I didn't disturb the roots too much because that's continued growing solidly. So I'm happy about that. So that's the Bismarckia nobilis, beautiful palm. Yeah, so like I say, never give up on the seeds. I'll keep them in here in pots all summer, and if nothing happens, then I'll decide what to do with them then, whether I just chuck them out or I'll maybe put them in water again. If they still sink, I'll save them until next year and try again. I have had palm seeds germinate for me 2-3 years after buying. I know they're supposed to be best when they're fresh, but sometimes you get lucky. Right, so we've got cucumber in the corner. We've got a little Jubea chilensis, which when I bought it, I did do a video on it at the beginning of the year. I think it had one leaf on it, so it's pushed out another pushed out another leaf plus a little leaf there, so that's growing. We've got a Sylvestris robusta there. We've got a little, this is one I've tried before and didn't go well, but I'm going to try it again. It's a Rhapidophyllum hystrix, or needle palm. Excuse the door, it's a bit creaky, blown in the wind. Yeah, so this is a needle palm. I've had one before which I had in the ground and didn't do too well, but I thought it was time to try it again, so I bought a little one a little while back, so we'll see how that one does. That's allegedly variation Georgia, so that's one to keep in a pot for a few years before we put it out. Yeah, other than that, we've just got some random cactus and some struggling date palms there, which, when I say date palms, I mean edible date palms. We've got big pot of loofahs there, so we'll see how they do. We've got on the top shelf here just a load of little agaves, offsets, stroke. These are little offsets, and I've got a couple of ones I've grown from seed here, which is the Perrii, the white agave. We've got Phoenix Acalis, or that's the Trunkless date palm. Yeah, so I've already looked at the Bismarck here. I lost the tag for this. This is quite a nice one. This is like a mini coconut. So that's what the tag says, mini coconut. I did have the original name but lost it. So we've got that. That's quite a nice little palm. We've got this one. Don't know if that's picking up. Not very good at pronouncing these names, so you'll have to read them yourself. But that's doing quite well. That's got quite spiky pedioles on that. Yeah, quite wicked little spines on that one. Doing well. Got lots of little types of dipsis here. That's Rivularis. We've got a mealybug at the back. We've got Onlehensis here. We've got big leaf palm here, which you can read there. It's not going to come up, is it? Yeah, just a seedling I brought. So that's the giant leaf palm. We've got a white elephant palm here, doing quite well at the shady back end of the greenhouse. It never gets full sun, but benefits from the heat. Red Latan pushed out a really big leaf this year, and another good spear there. Really nice sort of decorative palm with the red outer, slightly spiny to the leaves or leaflets. But yeah, that nice mid-ribbon outer and the red pedioles. Continuously wants to push his way out of the pot, so we can see a bit of root there, so it's not ideal. So what I might have to do is get a bit of flexi plastic, only a couple of inches wide, and I'll tuck it in around the edge and just raise that soil level up a little bit, because I didn't really give myself enough room to really, ideally you want to leave an inch around the pot to, well, for when you water so it doesn't overflow, but also with some palms they will push themselves out. So yeah, it gives you the option of topping up just to cover them roots up. Various little cactuses and whatnot, or cacti, the Warfare. Let me just sort this door out a second. Put it on the latch. Yes, these are just some giant cactus, which aren't so giant at the moment, but grown from seed last year. These are apparently the Mexican giant ones, the biggest cactus in the world. We'll see. We've got a video we done earlier this week about propagating the Arandodanic Spanish reed. If you haven't seen that and you want to know more, go back and watch it. Some more little succulent cuttings here. Got some elephant ears, which I almost give up on. Some of the fancier types, which almost started to rot off. This one is white lava, which half the bulb rotted away. And I was about to chuck it out and realised there was a little nublet coming, so potted it up again. So we've got two little growths on that. So again, never really give up on anything until it's absolutely rotted through. Again, we've got some more sort of alocasia here, which didn't do so well over winter, but still some green and some growth coming, so we'll work on getting them back to life as well. We've got a very sorry looking for itself triangle palm here. Never really recovered after getting sunburnt last year. That is pushing out a new spear here, so we'll see. Hopefully we can nurse that back to health, because they're quite hard to get hold of in the UK. This is becoming quite a nice looking palm. Quite nice leaves on that. really yellow centre to the leaf and really wicked black spines on that. I don't know if they're picking up very well on camera, but well over an inch long, and I managed to prick myself on it yesterday and actually snapped off in my skin. So, and them spines go all the way up the bottom of that leaf. Again, let's see if we can get a name for you there. That is just an eBay purchase I got last year, and that's done really well. It's not probably the ideal environment for it in the greenhouse. It gets probably a little bit too dry. I do mist this in the evenings, give it a good spraying and mist down to keep the humidity up. So yeah, it's another sort of more unusual type palm to grow, especially in the UK. We looked at these a week or so ago, so we've got some sable palmetto, and we've got 2 sable riverside, and we've got a small sable minor which is now pushing out a new leaf. We've got a couple of Eureka Catechu palms which didn't do so well over winter, but it's pushed out a new leaf since, so coming back into growth, starting to look good. So again, with these sort of trial palms, or really sort of tropical palms, every year I try something different over winter and wise to see what works. So every year you learn something. It's all about experience. The only way you get from experience is obviously by trial and error. Got some small Musabaju here which I'm trying to get some size on for next year. We've got some little cuttings of the, forget the name of it, the hardy bromeliad. So that's the one that gets the red and blue flower, so they're quite nice. We've got also got some cuttings here of the Mangave. That's Pineapple Express. This is the one I've done again a video on that a few weeks back. Got that from Morrison's, £8. They've still got loads in there, to be fair, but yeah, had loads of pups, so I divided some off. Well, yeah, we've got 5 there, so we'll see how they do, see how quick they start taking off. And I will say they didn't actually have any roots at all to them. I tried to snap one off and that had nothing, so I tried to sort of cut down, and still I got a little bit more of the sort of base but no roots. But this is what, 2-3 weeks on, and it ain't died and shriveled up, so they must be doing something, hopefully. Got a couple of Liquorwalas here. I've got a golden Liquorwala, again very small at the moment, and Constellia Liquorwala. So again, when I got that was 1 leaf, so that's growing. I know Liquorwalas are slow, but it is growing. And this is an interesting one. This is a Fern, Woodwardia. Is that going to come in focus? Yeah, so this is the European chain fern, which there is an American version as well. As far as I can work out, they're quite similar. This is obviously a very small specimen at the moment, just a cut, as it were, but that has got a couple ready to unfurl. So it's not looked much at the moment, but these things get huge. Hardy evergreen fern. Basically the leaves or fronds can get 6 foot plus, and obviously the common name chain fern refers to the fact that when they get to a certain size, obviously the leaves will sort of arch down, and when they touch the soil at the end of the leaf, I'll actually develop a new plant from that. So hence chain, so you could have a chain of several plants. So that is a European chain fern. So that is just a quick look at some of the plants I'm doing at the moment, and we've got some more in the post. I think we've got another 7 small palm seedlings coming, so we'll do a video on them when they turn up, and try and talk you through some of them and why I decided to buy them sort of particular species. But in conclusion, I'm going to leave you with this, which doesn't look like much. It's in a huge pot. This is one I got from Himalayan Gardens about 3 years ago. Again, I don't tend to retain plant names if I don't use them regularly, so I forget the actual name for this. It's supposed to be like a hardy monstera, or half hardy monstera. So it came to me as a sort of bare root, as about a foot long, this root or rhizome, whatever you want to call it, or stem. So I put it in a big pot. First year it pumped out 1 small leaf, and it had that for 2 years running, then that died and dropped off. And I just about give up on it. I was about to chuck it out this year, and I see a new stem pop out. So we've had 1 leaf come out, and from that obviously we got a couple more coming. So what I'm going to do with this is treat it, because what I had is I had it at the ground level of the greenhouse, so it's not getting a huge amount of sun, it's not getting a huge amount of heat. It's at the lower level, so it's a bit cooler. And it seems to like that, but it definitely doesn't like the colder winters. So even though it's supposed to be sort of fairly hardy, I think what they mean by hardy is that it'll die back and then regrow again. But it seems to be pretty slow to regrow, so I'm going to probably bring this indoors and see if we can keep it going over winter and see what happens next year. Yeah, bit of an odd one that. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. When I say about palm seeds, never give up on them. This is unfortunately an unknown palm seed which popped up for me this year in a mixed bag of seeds that I kept, because I ended up chucking all in one baggy method, and just put them to one side type thing in the back of the greenhouse. And yeah, one did germinate after these must have been a good couple of years old, and I've got no idea what sort of palm it is, and really I don't think even an expert would be able to tell you at the size that is at the minute. It's literally just a 1-inch leaf, but I'm going to guess, well, I can narrow it down so it's a small black round, so it's definitely not Fortuna or something like that, because that's like kidney bean shape. This is very small and round, so I think the only seeds I had like that were either sables, whether it be sable minor or the true sable palm meadow, but it's not got any blue to it. So I think it might be the Florida thatch palms. I think they were very similar seeds, so I'm hoping it's that, because I haven't got one. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one and see what happens. But it seems to have germinated a couple of month and a half, 2 months ago, so we'll see on that one. Right, thanks for joining me of a very messy, unorganised greenhouse, but I suppose the intentions this time of year go outside to the garden. Obviously I do water in here every day, and like I say, missed it, but just keep an eye on things. But yeah, I don't have too much time to come in here and keep it, there's spider webs everywhere, glass is a bit mucky, but yeah, there you go. Right, so that is the greenhouse. Thanks for watching.